Starting something new can be intimidating, especially when it feels like you don't have all the answers or detailed plan. But here's the thing, waiting for that perfect moment or for everything to be so meticulously planned out can often lead to some missed opportunities. Today, let's talk about why diving in, taking action, even when things are uncertain, is way better than just holding out for perfection. So, you might think you need to get everything figured out before you take that first step. Spoiler alert, you actually don't. Here's why actually jumping in, taking action is so much better than waiting for everything to be perfect. Just getting started, just taking that first step creates momentum. No matter how small of an action, it'll create momentum. This forward motion can lead to new opportunities and insights and growth you wouldn't have discovered if you were just stuck in planning mode all the time. And yes, this is coming from productivity consultant who loves to plan too, but you can't just spend all your time just planning. Think about learning to ride a bike. You can read all the manuals and watch all the videos, but you're not going to learn anything until you actually do the damn thing, actually get on the bike, actually start pedaling. There's only so much you can learn from doing your planning, theorizing, search. The problem is learning, but you're not putting that into practice. Real world experience actually teaches you lessons that are way more invaluable and often unpredictable. Each step you take provides feedback, and that helps you adjust your course and improve. Let's say you're starting a new business or you're trying something new in your business, and you might know your target market, but only after interacting with real. That's the only way you can truly understand their needs and preference. And market research happens to be something I am trying to learn to do more of and get used to talking to people more and asking them questions because that's kind of anxiety inducing. But again, you got to learn. So whether it's market research or creating a new product or service, learning a new skill like cooking or gardening, you just got to put into practice what you learn. Perfectionism is also often fear of failure in disguise. So by taking action, you actually have to confront your fears head on and learn to navigate through those challenges. And this is going to take self awareness, wanting to push through, realizing that success is on the other side of that discomfort, and failure isn't really failure. Also, shouldn't be a bad word. It's just kind of part of the journey being in business, being an entrepreneur, being a creator, messing up, not getting it wrong, not doing it right. But everyone starts brand new somewhere. Everyone starts from scratch. So you got to take those first steps and just push through that fear of what will everyone think? You're going to mess up and it's okay. It really is. That's how you learn and practice. Like, no one is ever expected to learn something brand new and then be a master at it. No way. So, if you tend to be a perfectionist, please don't let not messing up prevent you from doing something beautiful and amazing that could help so many people. This also builds your resilience and confidence, which are super crucial for long-time success. So even if the most successful people started somewhere and they often started with a little more than a vague idea and a lot of determination. Is having a clear vision of where you actually want to go is so essential. So it's not necessarily about the destination per se. It's more about like what is the whole encompassing vision of what you want to create and do, what do you want your life to look like. But the journey to get there doesn't have to be entirely mapped out. And first of all, flexibility and adaptability. The world is constantly changing, and rigid plans can quickly become obsolete and feel like you're failing. When in reality, things are simply out of your control or there aren't any boundaries in place. So, by focusing on your vision and being adaptable in your approach, it's so much easier to pivot and you're able to take advantage of new opportunities. As I personally, as a gamer, who knows, it could end up being your new main quest. And this is especially true in industries like technology, social media, where there's so many rapid advancements. And even if you have a lot of really good plans, they can easily come obsolete because the technology changes when you're too focused on the what's next? What have I got to do next? And this and this and this. Then you miss out on all the joys and the lessons of the journey. Bracing the uncertainty allows you to slow down, appreciate the present moment, and find values in the process itself. So it's like hiking to a mountain summit. If you're only fixated on reaching the top, you're going to be overwhelmed, already exhausted because you're thinking about how tired you're going to be at the top. You're not focused on just the step in front of you. And as you go, you'll miss out on all the amazing views, the fresh air, the sense of accomplishment as you go. Besides, when people talk about climbing a mountain, you're literally not climbing straight up the side of it, right? You're like there's zigzags and the road goes around the mountain and up and back and forth around hills. So you're not going straight up. There's going to be a lot of curves along the way. And that's some of the best ideas even come from unexpected places. So when you're open to new experiences and ready to adjust your plans, you create an environment where innovation and creativity can thrive. This flexibility, you're going to have breakthroughs that a rigid plan would never have allowed. So, for example, many of the most successful products weren't the result of meticulous planning, but instead it was adapting to unexpected discoveries and user feedback, or even creating a solution to something you wish was available from your own experiences. Tips for navigating your journey. So, uncertainty is just a natural part of any journey. And learning to embrace that, it can be such a powerful tool for personal and professional growth. So, here's some tips on how to help you navigate some of that uncertainty. Start with what you do have. What resources do you have? People do you know? The knowledge you have, your current skills. You don't need everything to be perfect to actually begin. Starting with what you already have can actually reveal the next steps, open up to new paths. So, for instance, if you start a YouTube channel or a blog, you don't wait until you have the perfect website. You just start shooting videos and sharing your content, and then you improve those videos as you go. So, instead of a detailed map, set flexible milestones. These markers are going to help guide you towards your vision while allowing you room for adjustments and improvements along the way. Milestones act as checkpoints, kind of like save points, where you can sit there a minute and appreciate how far you've come, where you can evaluate your progress and then just make necessary adjustments. This approach keeps you focused and motivated, and you're not going to be feeling so constrained by an overly detailed plan. It's also important to have a growth mindset. You want to be able to embrace challenges as opportunities to learn and grow from. Like it's the whole essence of being an entrepreneur, really. You just got to accept straight up front that you're going to make mistakes. There's going to be challenges but you're going to be able to figure it out and get through it. And if you can't figure it out by yourself, that's why you don't do it alone. That's why you've got mentors and communities of others doing the same things with you. And with the growth mindset, it encourages you to see failures and setbacks more as valuable feedback rather than roadblocks. And this perspective shift, it can transform your approach to challenges. It's going to make you so much more resilient and open to so many more new possibilities. Remember, every failure is a step towards success. Just as every no you hear for trying to get clients is closer to a yes. Like I briefly mentioned, you want to surround yourself with a supportive network of friends and mentors and peers. Collaboration is going to help you with different perspectives. They're going to be encouraging and they're going to help you stay motivated. And a supportive community can offer advice, share their own experiences, and help you see your journey from different angles. So, whether it's joining a mastermind group, getting a coach, or just simply talking with friends you trust that actually understand you. And having a support system is so invaluable, which is another reason why having this channel and building a community is so important to me. We can learn from each other and share each other's experiences. So you also want to regularly reflect on your progress and on your plans. Reflection helps you understand what's working, what needs adjustment, and this also ensures you have continuous improvement. So take the time to review your milestones, celebrate your success, and learn from your setbacks. This ongoing process of reflection and iteration is going to be so key in staying on track, making meaningful progress, and looking back on your progress is going to be so motivating and see how far you've come. So embrace the journey and take that leap. By prioritizing action over perfection and focusing on your vision and the journey rather than a rigid plan, you open yourself up to opportunities and growth and success. And you want to embrace uncertainty and take that first step and watch how that path unfolds in unexpected and rewarding ways. And remember, the journey is more important than the actual destination. Each step you take, each decision you make, and each challenge you overcome contributes to your growth and shapes your story. And that story is unique to you. You might be surprised where it takes you. I know that whenever I have general plans, but if I make sure to have a lot of flexibility, especially having chronic illness, because I just don't know how my body is going to react day to day. So I need that extra flexibility, but this still applies to everyone. Earlier this year, I was determined and I had so many plans out for the group program to launch it for the first time. And I mean, it was a total flop. It is what it is. But instead of getting discouraged, I just put myself out there and moved on with my life. And then that's how I accidentally started a podcast. And that has been so fun. So that's an opportunity I wouldn't have had the group program had not worked out the way it did because I wasn't planning on having a podcast anytime soon. But that's just one of many examples. So I want to know, share below, what's an example of having a growth mindset, of not letting your perfectionism get in your way? And if you want to see that video about how I accidentally started my podcast, check out this video next.